Hello everyone, I'm Bearadactyl, and welcome to the Copperport Casefiles. Now I decided to do this special to break from the monotony of the two horror series I was doing because, well, I'm trying to mix things up a little bit. So expect intermittent other games to show up, at least if I find them interesting enough to justify it. Consider this a special, because I read the words, short noir horror experience, and immediately said, I'm sold. And I apologize for this video being late. As with my update video, I had some issues that prevented me from being able to breathe, much less sit up proper. Either way. Let's just start, shall we? What? Okay, that's adorable. I thought I could start playing Beethoven, but I'm not. So yeah, noir and horror. They're short experiences, so I imagine I will be able to put all three of them into a single video. That's the intent. If not, I will probably just do two and then one later. This is a riveting black screen. Be right back. Okay, it appears as though alt-tabbing for any reason stops the game from rendering. So Hubris Digital presents a Professor Stitch game based on characters and locations created by Professor Stitch and Dave Marshall. Additional artwork donated by Pete Shorney at Peacock Pete, Twitter and Instagram. The Copperport Casefiles. Okay, the intro is like gold. Case file number 847, Under the Stairs. So just what is going on under the stairs? Let's find out. Due to some adjustments to my seating arrangement on my microphone, I'm hoping audio will be more clear. Call to Massingham Valley Dispatch.
Massingham Valley Dispatch, how can I help?
Yeah, hi. Is this the police non-emergency line?
Yes, we dispatch for them. Can I help you?
I'd like to request a well-being check on a neighbour. It's probably nothing, but he's kind of frail and I just haven't seen him around for a few days.
Okay, can I take the gentleman's name, please?
Peter Renton, who was at 12 Rock Ferry Lane.
An officer's on the way. Can I take your name, please?
Yeah, of course.
Okay, the voice acting is actually more solid than I expected, so that's already a very, very good sign toward the quality of this game. Loading. 18th of April 2019, 9:37 p.m. Following a call to the Copperport Police Department, Constable Henry Crane arrives at OK. I'm Henry Crane.
Great dispatch. I'm on scene at the Renton property.
Acknowledged. Report back when you've located Mr. Renton.
Acknowledged dispatch. Stand by.
Constable Crane. Okay. Okay, the jumping animation's a little scuffed, but eh. I already see signs of what appear to be a struggle.
Mr. Renton, it's Police Constable Crane. Can you open the door, please?
That's knocked over the lamp. There's no answer. Okay, then I guess I'll run around. Door opens remotely. Let's see. Fuse box in the garage, covering from secured in place. What did I achieve? Oh, engineer. A cinder block. Okay. So it's got puzzle solving elements. I actually really like that. Let me adjust sensitivity real quick. It's a little bit whack. Can I? 30 frames per second max. What do I look like, a peasant? I cannot adjust the controls. No, I cannot. Okay. Well, guess I'm stuck with it. That's fine. Door's locked. The glass is cracked. That's a bit extreme, officer. Could have just... Okay. A butcher's receipt. The paper is marked with dried blood. Oh. A receipt from a local butcher shop dated 6 days ago for the delivery of 1 live pig. The crumpled paper is stained with what appears to be dried blood. Was the pig sacrificed? Is that what I'm thinking? Ew, by the smell of it, the fridge door has been left open for a few days now. He's dead, Jim. I need to adjust, since I don't have a flashlight, I need to adjust the brightness. Just a hair. Okay, now I can actually see in the shadows just a bit. A fine china set of cups, plates, and saucers. Nothing too exciting. A painting of dancing nude figures. I don't get it myself. Kind of just looks like half-arsed job at making the bed. I am not a man of culture, apparently. A painting of what looks like some winged bloke in a bird bath. Unusual for a dining room, to say the least. Books of piano sheet music. Always was more of a triangle man, but... Oh, come on. Books on world history. Guess written's the academic type. Pathetic. Always wanted to learn piano. Shame my hands are like shovels. Being 100% completely fair, piano is probably I would say the best beginner instrument for anyone to learn. Just because the basics of it translate so well to everything else. A crumpled letter addressed to Mr. Renton. A letter addressed to Mr. Renton from a London-based publishing house. The letter offers vague condolences and understanding for Renton's personal tragedies, before abruptly changing tone to remind him that he is now 4 months overdue on his latest manuscript. Fascinating. Framed degree in the field of anthropology. He's an anthropologist. Framed degree in anthropology, University of Hertfordshire, awarded to Peter Clive Renton, 20th of September 1973. Simple landscape painting of Westminster, probably the creepiest painting here. I disagree with that. Television has been left on. You can always make out shapes moving in the static. What year is this? Flash screen seems pretty recent. An extensive collection of classics from Lovecraft to King. If it's all the same, I'll wait for the films. So uncultured. No, this is me joking. I'm not actually a snob. Missing flyer has been posted through the door. A missing poster of a young boy named Toby Masters. Toby was last seen the 5th of April 2019 in the area of Rockferry Lane. He was wearing a navy blue jacket, cargo shorts, and a red and white cap with a spider logo on the front. So the kid's a Spider-Man fan. Cool. It means the kid is a child of culture. Table's been overturned, knocking the lamp onto the floor. Hallway lamp opposite cell door has been knocked over. No other signs of disturbance. It's unlikely this was the result of a struggle. More likely it's just been stumbled onto. Are you sure about that? Door's locked. You know, I would think a sane officer would have called for backup by now. Ironically, my granddad had a clock like this. The gentle swing of the pendulum is almost hypnotic. Hat and umbrella hang on the coat stand. It's been raining all week. They're bone dry. So, he's dead? Mr. Crane, I believe he's dead. Oh, comedy and tragedy. With masquerade masks. I've met too many people in this job who wear masks. Feels like they're staring at me. Creepy. An urn takes the center spot amongst a humble shrine of photos and condolence cards. A ceramic urn takes center place in a memorial shrine flanked by photos and condolence cards. The cards are addressed to Peter Renton, consoling him on the recent passing of his wife, Tricia. Okay. It's out of reach, so I'm going to have to get a step ladder. Locked from the inside. Force the latch with something narrow. How about your shoulder, because you're an officer who looks actually fairly large? Oh! So he stumbled onto a mystery. Lovely. A nude charcoal life drawing. She'd catch your death in this weather. That's all you're thinking about. Various philosophical and theological texts. Renton must be a joy at parties. Honestly, yeah. I would like to have a chat with him at parties, honestly. A narrow, blunt-bladed letter opener. Desktop computer's powered down. Then I could access it without a password anyway. Pair of old plane tickets under Peter and Tricia Ritten's names. Pair of expired plane tickets under the name of Peter and Tricia Ritten. They are dated last February for a flight to Ponkiv Airport in central Serbia. Hi, Vlad. A corkboard covered with research notes and a map of Serbia. Corkboard loaded with research notes, a map of Serbia dominates the board with the village of Medigna highlighted. In the name of Arnold Paoli and a number of dates from the 16th century appear frequently. Is he looking for a recipe for immortality or a way to bring back his dead wife? Because, well, it looks like to me. Sorry for not being able to turn quick. This game's sensitivity should really allow adjustment. Bed is neatly made and doesn't look like it's been slept in recently. Does not. What do we have here? Travel insurance claim form detailing medical care while in Serbia. Fascinating. Travel insurance form claiming medical bills and whilst abroad. According to the form, Tricia Renton was taken ill whilst in Serbia. She was treated there for a rare and previously undiagnosed blood disorder. She's a vampire and she killed her husband. Calling it now. Collection of books authored by Mr. Renton. Complete series of books authored by Mr. Renton. Each book focuses on the academic study of a different mythological creature, its origins and primitive folklore, and its impact on modern culture. The whole pig was so his wife could eat. She's a vampire. She turned on him. Locked from the inside. Oh yeah. Use. Force lock. Knock knock. What's good? Not you, apparently. Bottle of pills has been discarded on the floor. Bottle of folic acid tablets found discarded bathroom floor next to Renton's body. An easily accessible form of folate. These tablets are commonly used to treat blood disorders such as anemia. Yeah, she's a vampire. I don't know what I expected to find. You never know, friend. Shiny brass key for a cylinder lock. And a very, very dead man.
Dispatch. I'm going to need paramedics to roll through your lane.
Confirmed, Constable. Have you located Mr. Renton?
Yeah. Looks like a heart attack. I reckon he's been dead a few days now.
Let's leave that for the medical examiner to decide, Constable. An ambulance has been dispatched. ETA 20 minutes. Secure the premises and sit tight.
He's really dead. Body of Peter Renton discovered in a locked bathroom in his Copperport residence. The corpse appears to be a few days old. Patchy discoloration of the skin is consistent with a heart attack. Huh. I actually didn't know that was a thing. Hatches out of reach. So is there like a ladder somewhere? Like, yeah, no, I actually gotta go like downstairs. I just want to be 100% sure there's no ladder or anything over here. These Noir games, you don't want to miss anything. I've pretty much already guessed the plot. Like, if I am wrong, I will be highly surprised. It's a picture of Vlad the Impaler. They went to Serbia. Researching anemia. Okay, sound design gets a 10 out of 10. I'm not gonna lie. Old gas oven, nothing too assuring. Looks like it has been used in a while. Okay. fertilizer and stuff out here. Door's locked from the other side. Brass key. Cylinder lock. Use internal door. There are multiple ways to solve these mysteries. Oh wait, this is cool. I love that. Everything about this game I love. This game already passes. Just for this. Door's locked. Boop. Alright, where are you? Did I accidentally yeet my phone to the side? Hello? Hello? Bunch of random boxes of junk have been dumped here, nothing useful. You all might hear my cat responding to that, by the way. Huh. Handheld remote control. Key fob. Local news heard it 8 days ago. She killed the child, didn't she? Let's see. Missing poster. An old newspaper from last week. The front page is dominated by a story of missing 10-year-old Toby Masters. Alongside is a story about the break-in and vandalism of the Jubilee Green Crematorium a few miles down the road. Vampire looking for blood using human corpses. There's a dolly and a crate. Crate is a little interesting. Padlock steel door bars to the entrance of one of the rooms. Cellars fitting appearance newer than the others, and so it looks like likely installed in the last few months. Crate's interesting because of what was brought back in those crates. I have a bad feeling about Officer Crane here. Oh my god. The sensitivity of this game. My only complaint though, this is a delight. And then they move to the front here. Boop. Boop. Nothing happened. Dead pig, blood, car. Battery powder mount, single button mounted, blah blah. The hip hop should. Excuse me, sir, in your loud ass truck. Door opens remotely. Yeah, geez, nothing happened. No answer. Should have known, but still. Probably open the door from behind. So the key fob does not seem to open that immediately. I imagine the reason is this. So I need to give it power. So I'm missing an item to give power. Okay, that actually got me. The urn is... The urn from the hallway shrine has fallen and smashed hardwood floor. Upon closer inspection, it appears to have been empty and shows no signs of ever having held cremated remains. Knock, knock, lady. Okay. See that? That is a grade A example of what a good jump scare is. Unexpected, not cheap. Rest. You know. Wait, what? Some small brownish stains fleck the plug hole. That'd be blood. Officer, shouldn't you be a little more concerned that, you know, at this point, I'd be leaving. Urn shattered, you know. Then unlock it. You know, urn shattered, body gone. I know I have a key. Lock from the other side. It opens the shed. Furniture is absolutely soaked with rainwater. The puddles pooled in each sheet turned brown with rusty metal. Boop. Long wooden pole hook with an iron. A long wooden pole hook with an iron at the end. Pair of bolt cutters. They're rusted close. Copper fuse. Okay. Again, I love this. I love every second about this. Pole hook. So odds are I gotta go upstairs now. And I'm gonna pull the attic down, right? I am not a very intelligent police officer. I will say that right now. Crane, anything that happens to you is a result of your own stupidity from this point onward. Okay. Screwdriver. Again, I love this. I love the puzzle. This can didn't fall by itself. I'm definitely not alone in here. Yeah? You think? You know, a reasonable person would just do this. You have a nice day, sir. I can leave. I absolutely can leave. I'm just choosing not to leave. Sir, a body went missing and things are falling and breaking. You know what that means? You know what that means, sir? I'll tell you exactly what that means, sir. That means the body's not a body. Oh, it's, I guess, a single-use key fob. Renton's car. The tires and wheel arches are splattered with dried mud. Can of motor oil. Slaughtered pig. Its blood's collecting in the bucket below. Pig hangs from the ratchets of the garage. Someone has sliced its throat and bled it dry. Once left, the creature's blood is collecting in a bucket beneath it. Drums of surplus gasoline. I guess Renton's the kind of man who likes to be prepared. No, that seems like he's ready to burn everything down as necessary. Use? No? Okay. I have oil now. What in the hell do I do with the motor oil? Can's almost empty, but there's enough at the bottom maybe used for a single application. Aha! Bolt cutters. Use? Old, no, they've been oiled, they function perfectly. What would I use the bolt cutters for? Huh. Sir? Might I ask you why you're being a moron? So this is precisely how and why people die. Because of your stupidity. This is stupidity. Every ounce of this. You should be gone. You should have. Everything leading up to this should have been enough. Don't know what the oil's for. Something up here I missed, maybe? The only thing I can think of. I'm clearly being stalked by a vampire, though. And that vampire is going to get me. Even with all of the space on my, like, mouse pad. Hard to do, like, a 180. I imagine that's intentional. But, like, come on. Come on. Alright, so imagine it's in the basement. Oh. Knock, knock. Kill me, please. Because that's what's going to happen. Boop. Huh. Nope. Yeah, you have a nice day, ma'am. I'm just gonna do what any reasonable person would do. Sir, there is some kind of creature in the basement. I did that because sometimes these games like to have those little joke endings. Oh, God. Well, game's not going to let me be reasonable. Can I get a steak, maybe? You know, a wooden steak? Why are there crucifixes? Countless crucifixes nailed to the walls of the locked cellar door. They appear to have been crudely homemade and hurriedly hung. Thing I have not looked at. No? Okay. Dirty old mattress and blanket. Looks like whatever I saw has been living down here. Red and white baseball cap has been abandoned in the corner of the room. Red and white baseball cap cast aside corner of locked cellar door is a distinctive spider logo on the front. On closer examination, what appears to be flecks of dry blood can be seen on the inside. Huh.
At 10:09 p.m. on the 18th of April 2019, responding to Police Constable Crane's request, paramedics were dispatched to the home of the late Peter Renton. On their arrival, they found the door open and the property abandoned. To this day, the whereabouts of Peter Clive Renton and police officer Henry Crane still remains a mystery.
I'll tell you exactly what happened to him. Officer Henry Crane is an idiot. Voice acted by Melissa Wright and crudely attempted by Professor Stitch. Honestly, they were both pretty good. So Professor Stitch, you did very well. You have my compliments. This entire experience was great. I love this. This is amazing. This is awesome. This is fun. I like these games. I need more like this in my life. The Copperport Casefiles, Part 1 complete. Under the Stairs. I believe I have enough time for the other two. Or at least another one. So we'll see. I will be right back. Evidence found, 18 of 20. I mean, being 100% completely and totally honest, I stitched the story together pretty much to a T. It was vampires. They were vampires. I might add this to the list of stuff to complete to 100% alongside the Madvent stuff that I still need to do. Please don't out me on that. I'm bad at that. Either way, I might. I probably am not, because the story's pretty cut and dry. Either way, that was great. Let's move on to the next one. Alright, now moving on to the other episode of the Copperfield Casefiles. We're going to pretend entirely like I am not recording this a day later, and that I didn't scuff the original, and that everything that's happening is unique and not something I've experienced before. Anything I experience that seems to be precognitive is precognition. Don't question the bear god. A Professor Stitch game. Based on characters and locations created by Professor Stitch and Dave Marshall, which again, like I said of the first game, these are delightful. I love these games. I love everything about them. I want more games of this nature. The Copperport Casefiles. The old nostalgia feel, and it's got like just a hint of Twilight Zone mixed in, you know? Case file number 902, Sleigh Bells.
December 2020. Christmas Eve. While everyone else settles in to enjoy the festivities, retail worker Katie Munro works late into the night. Abandoned by her manager Gary when he left work early, she alone is left to prepare the store for the Boxing Day sales.
That's how you get an employee to walk out.
As midnight draws near, her thankless task comes to an end, and she closes shop to finally head home.
Because I would have closed up and left after that.
Little does she know, her night is far from over.
I got a feeling it's very far from over. And I may go into the settings to adjust the brightness. December 2020, 24th, 11:49 p.m. I screwed that. Ignore that. That was dumb. Ignore my word salad. Hello. Well, that's my Christmas Eve wasted. Nice one, Gary. You dick. Yeah? Yep, I gotta adjust this just a bit so I don't have to do too much post work. Alright. As I take my jaunty stroll down, nothing's gonna go wrong. Nothing bad will happen. Just how it be, you know? Oh, would you look at that? A copy of today's newspaper. A headline mentions the recent assaults. Today's newspaper, the cover story reports on a string of recent seemingly random assaults. It goes on to explain that the police continue to claim these are unrelated events. Aha, see? The vampires are spreading. Oh yeah. Door's locked from the other side. It's the toilet. Knock knock. This game's sensitivity is really bad, by the way. I feel like I should say. That's my only, major complaint. I can't just spin around. This is me sweeping my mouse without, slamming it into things. This is a fast sweep of my mouse. Can't adjust the in-game sensitivity. I've also cranked up my mouse sensitivity. Oh, would you look at that? A smash phone. Pretty much useless for anything other than a light. Press I. Examine. Screen's been smashed, or your phone pretty much worthless. Oh, that's an old iPhone. At least it has power, making it useful as a light source. Oh, would you look at that? I'm not wasting my Christmas day in here, too. Oh, hell no. To be fair. Hello? Is there someone here? As I jitter in place. As I ascend to immortality. we just take a peek up here, you know. Do another jaunty stroll around the store. My accent appropriate for what we're doing. Generic medieval fantasy accent. A is what that is. I'm not going to claim that's a particular country because I feel like that could be mildly offensive. I have a limited sprint, but no bar that can actually track that. Cool. Oh, would you look at that? The atmosphere is great, by the way. Smash case for an emergency fire axe. Normally an emergency fire axe is housed in this locked case. The glass has been recently broken and the axe is nowhere to be seen. You should be running. You should be hiding. Oh, would you look at that? Empty plastic water bottle. Might be useful later. Empty plastic bottle found behind the rubbish bin, originally containing mineral water. The bottle is intact and could still be used to contain liquids. Could it? Boop. Heavy-duty fire hose is bolted to the wall. Ugh. His way is blocked off with boxes. A bunch of boxes have been dragged out of the warehouse and used to barricade the door. Too heavy to move. Whoever did this wanted to make sure the door stayed closed. The slowness. Knock knock. Okay. Let's check this first. The mall staff accident log. It's open on a page dated 2 weeks ago. The mall's accident logs. The page is dated 2 weeks ago and has one entry as follows. The 11th of December 2020. In Cleaverhook, Mall Santa bitten on the right hand by an agitated child. It's vampires. Unless they're going to go to the boring zombie route. Control panel for everything in the mall. There's no power to the console. The master control console for the shopping mall controls everything from the ambient music to the security camera, so there's no power, but once restored, it should be able to open the shutters. Howdy. Slotted screwdriver. The maintenance guy must have been working here. The walls are soaked with blood. Yeah? That's a problem. Oh, would you look at that? Hello? Who is that? That is someone you don't want to deal with, so I'm going to remove the screws from this panel. And I'm going to take my Fallout New Vegas sneaking pose as I walk through. Not gonna lie. Banging is still kind of terrifying. Oh, would you look at that? Toilets. Can I flush them? No. 0 out of 10. Not really, this game is a delight. Hi! A shiny brass key for a cylinder lock. It's the maintenance guy. What the hell's going on here? Violence is what's going on here. Bit of a cue. Bloodstains. Blood drenches one corner of the mall control room. It is still fresh and wet to the touch. Whatever happened here must have taken place in the last hour. You seem to have a very peculiar knowledge on how long it takes for blood to dry. The bloody body of the mall's maintenance man. His chest is covered in multiple savage wounds. Look like they were made by something very big and sharp. Like an axe, perhaps? I don't like that stomping. I don't like that stomping one bit. I'm just gonna close that door. Out of sight, out of mind. Got a key, so does it open? Find out. Christmas tree, oh Christmas tree. How I actually despise thee. I've worked retail. I have a right to dislike the holidays. Locked from the other side, okay. There's another door in one of these corners. Nope. Guess it's upstairs. Hopefully, whoever is in that hallway is going to be content to stay in that hallway. You know? Doors locked from the... There's a lot of doors locked from the other side in this mall. I feel like it's not a good way to secure a mall. Door's locked. Use. Unlocked it. Panel had no power. What do we have here? Someone's punched holes in the fuel pipe. Unless they can be plugged, it won't start. Generator's fuel tank, it's empty. Handover note left by one staff member to another at the end of their shift. Nothing happened. They had fuel. Good to know. Hastily scrawled note left by the maintenance workers on the morning shift. It is a polite reminder for the evening shift to remember to fuel up the warehouse forklift before closing. Boop. How did I just know to open those grates? I don't know. Just makes sense that I'd need a screwdriver to open up grates. Just assume they were blocked, you know? Logical assumption to make, right? Hello. Box cutter with a retractable blade. Hello. A staff incident report details the dismissal of N. Cleaverhook. Dated 4 days ago, the report details the dismissal of N. Cleaverhook for gross misconduct. It further details his apparent intoxication at work prior to his attacking a child and swearing at the parents who intervened. To be fair, he was bitten by a child, and that is a fair response to being bitten by a child. I can't say I would have had much better of a response. You know? Ah, duct tape. I know what that's for. Hi, forklift. Forklift truck. So, logical conclusion is I am going to have to siphon fuel from the fork truck. Which means I will need a hose. Alright. Let's go ahead and wrap that, just to get that out of the way. And let's crouch my way through at a very slow pace. Alright, up and around we go. Knock, knock. Actually, I'm going to keep that open for reasons. This is an SCP. I feel like having closed doors is a bad idea. Containment breach, it's far from a good idea. Hi, thumpy thump. Yep. Hi. I'll turn this off temporarily. Woo! Conserve some stamina. Come on. Oh. Don't get caught, don't get caught, don't get caught. Come on, come on, come on, come on. Oh, wrong button. Woo! Oh. I'm not dead. It's a miracle. Oh, I'm glad he's not an instant kill. Yeah, for such a simple follow mechanic and such a simple enemy, that really gets the point across. You know? Again, I don't know if it's just the fact of being chased or what the deal is, but Mall Santa is not bueno. Okay. So let's find my way around. I love the puzzle solving aspect of this game, by the way. Feel like I should mention that. I'm gonna have to get the fuel siphoned. Using the hose that I got. Do I have any more entries? No. Examine. Short 1 meter length of hose cut from the wall, mounted real utility quarter, although reinforced, still flexible enough for those hard to reach places. Boop. Hose is in place. Boop. The bottle is full. I want you to look at that. The boxes that were in my way. Anything else? Any clues? Anything? No? Just an instant report. Evidence 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7. I don't know how much innocence evidence this game's gonna require, to be fair. I haven't found anything else that sticks out as like possible evidence. Let me pop down here for a second. Okay, that's just the generator. Okay. Is he gonna come storming in when I do this? Generator's fuel tank is empty. Power's back on. Fuel won't last long. So I've got to face down Mall Santa again. Which means I have to rush down the place I don't want to go. Hope this game doesn't handle game overs in the way that I don't want it to. Okay. Of course he's stomping around where I don't need him to stomp around. What I'm about to do is probably very stupid. Come on. Let's go, Santa Claus. Oh, you're actually fast. Okay. Wow, that actually worked. That 100% worked. Okay. Got an escape path right here. Just in case he comes storming down. Oop, what? The shutter is now opening. Time to get out of here. Oh. Well, I guess that's the fuel done. Hope it was enough. Surely it was enough. Should be a straight charge, right? Hello, Santa Claus. Let's go. Woo! By the way, that low sensitivity here is actually a problem when dealing with something you're trying to flee from. Woo! Come on. Oh. Oh. That was stressful than it needed to be.
1:24 a.m., 25th of December, 2020. Christmas Day. Forcing entry into Copperport's Westgate Mall, police discovered the mutilated remains of maintenance worker George Russell.
Poor George.
Upon further searching the area, they discovered former Mall Santa, Mr. Cleaverhook, and took him into custody. Officers at the scene described Cleaverhook's state as catatonic, seemingly unaware of the constables as they guided him into a patrol car.
Is he actually a vampire or is he a zombie?
Cleaverhook would never arrive at the Copperport police station. The vehicle was discovered 3 days later, abandoned off a country road 7 miles outside town. Both the driver and Cleaverhook were nowhere to be found.
Is vampires or zombies? Either way it works. I'm assuming vampires because in the first game, if you remember, there was a very clear picture of Vlad Tepes sitting there on the board. You know, Vlad the Impaler, the guy Dracula was based off of. And the whole urn and the dead wife and all of that. Narrated by Melissa Wright. Well, Melissa, you did an excellent job. The Copperport Casefiles. Sleigh bells. So, with that cleared up, let's move on to the final episode of the Copperport Casefiles. Shall we? Wait, there's a post-game progress screen, isn't there? 9 out of 10 evidence. Fairly certain I put all of that together. So, Mall Santa got bit by a child or a vampire. Well, a child who was either a vampire or a zombie. Got mad, yelled at child, got fired. Turned, came back angry, killed maintenance man, and yeah. I hit escape and it closed. I hate that. But the game's great either way. So let's move on to the next one. And let's just throw up a bear, you know? Alright, welcome to Copperport Casefiles, Dead of Winter. I don't know why I introduced that like it's a completely separate episode, because all of this is one episode, but like, habit, you know? One day I'm gonna like do a Markiplier intro and see if anyone catches it, you know? The settings, do the... Hi! Thank you! Oop. Don't want that maxed out, but I do want it high. Field of view I want as high as possible, though. Cool. I love the... By the way, I still love this. Love everything about this. So, new game. As I tongue-tie myself over and just spit out word salad, because it's what I do. There is no precognition here. By the way, Hubris Digital presents a Professor Stitch game. Based on characters and locations created by Professor Stitch and Dave Marshall. Narrated by Melissa Wright. All three of you are doing excellent jobs. I love this. I love this series. Please do more. The Copperport Casefiles. Because noir is my jam, and noir horror is not near as present enough or as well done as this in the horror space. Case file number 193, Dead of Winter. Oh, a loading screen. I guess it does help signify that the game hasn't just crashed, so I guess it is a good thing. The game's just... There's already just like little minor refinements that I like. I'm happy to see them. Oh. December 1984, after trying a few months
at work, Dr. Lydia Herdwick finally heads home to enjoy her first free weekend in a long time. Looking forward to some peace and quiet, she rides the bus out to the small country cottage she shares with her husband, Ryan.
Day 1? I did not expect this to be multiple days. How long is this game? Petey Panda. Okay, I may have... Oh, it's first person now. Let me lower the mouse sensitivity back then, since it's first person. It's a shift, but you know what? I feel like this kind of series benefits from first person more than third. Petey Panda, 100% natural fizz. Basically type 2 diabetes in a bottle. Pizza is love. Pizza is indeed love. It's also life. Papa Phantoms, pizza. I'm too tired to even think about it. I wouldn't be. Give me the pizza. There is no more buses until Monday morning. Bus stop. Black Church Road towards Copperport Town Center. Yep. I guess I'm just running along. This is a shift from the first two, but like, oh, that was a stutter. Probably a load stutter, so I'm not going to be too concerned about that. I like it. Hello? What's this creepy old thing doing here? A beaten up white van seen lurking by the turnoff the Derrick farm across the road. The headlights have been left on and the engine running, but the driver's nowhere to be seen. Grime on the windows makes it impossible to see inside. Oh, that is some stutter. Oh, God. Hold on. 30 FPS. Oh, it lets me lock it. I will deal with the stutter because I like the fluid frame rate most of the time. I've played modded Fallout. I'm not. I was watching when that noise happened. That that didn't drive off. That disappeared. Okay, I've lost the ability to jump. Okay. Cottage? Ma'am, how much money do you make if this is your definition of a cottage? Woodshed is locked. And there's wood in the woodshed. Of course there is. I should have a key on me somewhere. Oh, it's a that is the best way they could have ever done that tutorial.
Hey Ryan, you home?
I'm back here.
Little unnatural wording, but you know what? That's fine. This is an indie game made by 3 people. This is what I'm assuming. And now RPG Brain activates. Bunch of random knickknacks I can't find a place for. Teddy bear's not a knickknack. Today's newspaper. Look, oh, that's a lot of lore dump. A copy of the local newspaper front page reads, an animal and plant health agency issued a public warning yesterday following a marked increase in farmers and veterinary staff reporting unusual symptoms in cattle across the county. We anticipate no risk to food safety or public health, Chief Veterinary Officer Harry Wells told his reporter. We simply urge farmers to remain vigilant at this time, with symptoms including agitated behavior and loss of weight and coordination. Some locals are already drawing their own conclusions, linking the outbreak to the increasing number of mutilated cattle discovered throughout the Massingham Valley and neighboring Dartmoor area in the last few months. The APHA are quick to dismiss these concerns, saying they are isolated events with no evidence to the contrary. Others, however, disagree, with RSPCA Officer Laurie Cooper drawing comparisons to similar outbreak in Sussex earlier this year. In the wake of yesterday's announcement, the British Veterinary Association have ordered a full investigation into what the public are already calling mad cow disease. So a zombie or vampire has been eating cows. And it's supposed to be veterinary, by the way. But I'm not going to knock grammar, it happens. I'm just an English student at heart. Fun fact, I actually in VHSs. Wow. Anyway. More books. I only had time to actually read some. Mixed mess of books. Really need to organize them. So let's continue my thought. I would have been an English teacher if things been different. Fun fact. A box of matches. More books. So the past 2 games have conditioned me to preemptively get things. There's pine needles everywhere, but I do love the smell. A ship floundering on a stormy sea. No, that's my foot stuff. What in the world? Don't need this right now. Letter from the hospital. Letter from the hospital's administration. It reads as follows. Dr. Herdwick, regarding your filed report on the lost hospital ID on 15/11/1984, please find and enclose your replacement. We request that you contact hospital administration to confirm the receipt of this letter so that your new ID can be activated. Please remember that on activation, your current temporary ID and all other previous will be rendered invalid. Regards, Albert Wilson, Administrator. So the other games were taking place in modern times. This one's taking place in the past. So this is a prequel of sorts, I guess. Or something different. I'm not going back out into this weather. Coward. Knock, knock. Let's see. Door's locked. Could slip something in to unlock it, maybe. Like my ID card? Or do I have the ID still? Nope. Just Tommy's matches. Okay. And more books, to be fair. I can think of worse things to have as a hobby than reading. I would kill for a long, relaxing bath, then take it. The paint can. Lid is wedged down too tight. My medicated hand cream. Medicated skin cream for the treatment of eczema. Don't know if it's the cold weather or my hands have been flaring up viciously over the past month. Okay, what about the toilet? Yep, it's a toilet. Pretty much as expected. I like how they're just joking, like, oh yeah, it's just a toilet. It's just a running joke since the first game. Which I guess is fine. Books. Mostly reference stuff from my work. The door's locked. I could slip something in. Sacks of paperwork brought home from the hospital. The autopsy report of the unidentified vagrant brought into accident and emergency last month. Remaining in a panic and frenzied state, the injured man died from his wounds a few days later. Believed to have fallen on the rocks from the coastal pass, the case was handed off to the police to confirm the hospital's involvement officially considered over. John Doe, age 88. Violent. Brown, 6'4". He was a big dude. 92 Fahrenheit. 284. So all of this is in the 80s. That explains the CRT. Cool. Knock, knock. Cups and plates. A lot of cups and plates. Brian's toolbox. It's locked. He's locked. Still trying to work out what's making that weird smell in there. Odds are probably something you don't expect. Probably old leftovers is usually the case with mine. More Ryan's domain, but I can make a mean cheese and ham toasty. For the Americans, that is a grilled ham and cheese. I say like I'm not an American. I'm a bear. Do I technically have an American citizenship as a bear? Like, we were here first, technically. Like, before humanity as a whole. So maybe they're citizens of Bearlandia.
Hey, sweetie, how was your day?
That's a Kruger sweater.
Same old carnage. Sounds like you're having fun.
The fuse is blown on the washer again. Did you pick up the spare I asked you to get?
Sorry. It's been crazy today. I completely forgot.
Never mind. I guess I could jam a piece of metal in here and jerry-rig it for now.
Don't be an idiot. You'll electrocute yourself.
I agree.
Ah, sod it. Why don't you get a fire going while I finish up here and then we can settle in with the film?
See, now you're thinking.
Yeah, technically, laundry's not an emergency. Small key. There are not much else to say. Sort of junk and cleaning products. We certainly getting our money's worth out of this boiler this winter. Alright. Let's get a fire go. I have a key. Ah, that's the woodshed key. I will malice you. The lock just funks off. Okay. That was kind of abrupt and violent. Also, I'm gonna, like, annihilate that dude. Oh, hi. Moody Sea View. I can almost hear the waves. Is there anything? Can I go back out? I just went out, though. Nothing I can jam, though. Keys. I mean, not keys, pins, I guess. But So I guess that'll come later. I feel like this might be structured where things will spawn later as necessary. Fireplace is empty. Boop. Boop. That's fast starting fire logs. As someone who struggled with a fire in the winter. Those were fast. Howdy, neighbor.
Dr. Herdwick, it's Robin from Pathology. I'm sorry to bother you. I know it's your weekend off.
It's fine, Robin. What can I do for you?
I was just going over the blood test you ordered from that dead vagrant from last week.
The one with the strange necrosis? Probably nothing to worry about. I figured we should just play it safe until the results came back.
Yeah, the thing is, I'm having a little trouble finding the body.
Oops.
I gave Slovenia an earful about it earlier. He's probably just moved the body into quarantine already.
Well, that's a relief. Thanks, Lydia. I'll give him a call. Actually, while I have you, some guy was poking around earlier, asking about the autopsy reports.
Weird.
He mentioned that he was looking for you.
Hello? Robin?
Yeah, the phone's been in and out all day. The weather's really screwing with the lines. Anyways, enough work, you. You'll miss the start of the film.
No lip movement. It's like I'm back in the days of, like, old PS2. Are you sure my phone line wasn't just cut? That seems likely. I probably should have taken that opportunity to walk around the house. What? Okay, I got stuck. What movie is it? I don't recognize it. Oh, Nosferatu. Never mind, I recognize it. You sit on the other end of the couch.
Okay?
I'm fine. It's just, you remember that homeless guy I told you about last week?
Yeah, thanks for those nightmares, by the way.
Well, he died a few days later. I wanted to run a few tests just to dot the I's, but Sloveni's being a real dick about it.
I do hate that you have to deal with crazies like that.
Mm-hmm.
What, Sloveni?
You know what I mean.
My scratches healed just fine, by the way. Thank you for asking. He was just a hurt and confused
Oh,
man,
so she's
not
infected.
some raging monster.
Still, call me overprotective. I don't like mad hobos lunging.
That's why her eczema's acting
Remember
up.
I had to rescue you from a spider this morning?
That's totally unfair. I had soap in my eyes. Besides, 8 legs against 2, it's just a plain unfair advantage.
Oh, I see.
Sloveni.
You just needed me as backup.
That's a reference.
Exactly. I could have taken him.
Sure you could.
It's a reference
Anyway,
to Dawn of the
sick
Dead.
talking about work. Can we just watch the film?
Like you're going to stay awake for the whole thing.
Just watch me.
Fairly certain he's a reference to Tom Savini, who was in the original Dawn of the Dead movie. Oh, and I'm out like a light. Hysterical, honestly. Day 2, 8th of December, 1984, Saturday. Just wake up on the couch.
Feels like I've been asleep forever. What time is it? Ryan?
So I'm infected. That's what I'm gathering. Nothing there. Honestly, this might be too bright. Let's see. That's better. This how the brightness is handled. It doesn't adjust contrast, just like the straight gamma. Again, that's fine. Anything different? No? Toilet. Yep, pretty much as expected. I'm going to check that toilet every day to see if something happens. Fuse is missing. Fuse for washer's missing. Didn't get around to picking up a replacement. I want to have it working again. I'll have to improvise. So, just a fun fact. You should never improvise a fuse in a fuse box. Fuses are literally, they exist entirely for safety. Do not replace a fuse with a thin piece of metal or foil. You will create problems. My God, there's blood everywhere. I'm the one who did it, aren't I? Huh. Explains the phone. The line was... I was just joking when I said that. Line phone junction box has been severed because it's been made cleanly, leaving no doubt that it was done intentionally. Alright, Mr. Sloveni, I have a feeling it's you. Oh. Ryan's glasses. They're all bent out of shape. Just in that shape. I'm curious. Yes, this might be immersion breaking, but like... One moment. Let's go back to the bedroom. Or whatever this room is. This one. Okay. I could slip the lock with something. Okay, so I probably have to fashion a lockpick out of the glasses. This is a very, very old trope. It started in a Tommy Lee Jones movie. The key can be seen on the other side of the lock. Must be a crappy lock. The shed door is locked up tight from the inside. They can still be seen in... The key can still be seen in the lock. The wood boards are beaten and covered in fresh marks. Hi. How are you, like, am I not making any comment on that at all? So I've got his glasses. Anything else up front that's worthwhile? That. Guess I could continue up the road if I wanted to. Which, honestly, would probably be the reasonable way to go about that. I have his glasses, though. I'm not sure what to do with the glasses. Could slip... Yeah, glasses, maybe. No? Okay. So what do I do? My first puzzle challenge of the game. And the guy's gone. Tight rope. Maybe grab a knife from the kitchen lady. That's what I'd do. Actually, what I would do is I would be leaving about now. That's just me. It's locked, use? No? Oh, don't tell me I'm gonna be... That's not, like, worrying at all. Don't ever do that, by the way. Ryan's credit card. Examine Ryan's credit card yet again left its pockets between wash jars. Although battered and damp, the slim plastic card still is intact. Okay. I'm just gonna, do that. Those pencils look like something that, like, might actually be worth picking up. Just my thoughts. So I'm gonna shim the lock with a credit card. Oop. Plastic ruler. Flexible plastic ruler. Okay, taken from our office. Ruler's interesting. What am I gonna do? Crack it? Wanna crack a zombie's knuckles? You know? Oh. Key. Examine. Toolbox. Okay, so I'm gonna get some cutter. I heard that. Window's been forced open. Living room window's wide open is hanging out of its frame. Combined with the scratches around the latches, no doubt it's been forced. Those are bloody footprints, alright. Hospital ID. The idea lost the hospital last month. Back then it was almost in pristine condition, but how it's faded and coated in grime. Just the screwdriver? That's all I'm going to grab is just the screwdriver? I'm not worried about the fact that my hospital ID's there and someone broke into the house. Or my dead husband. I feel like I should be a little more concerned about this stuff. You know, just my thoughts. Head's too wide. Maybe something slimmer would do the job. That would work once the key's been dislodged. Okay. So I've got a screwdriver and a ruler. Huh. Nothing else there. Everything seems to be working. Alright, nothing else to say. So what am I missing? I need something slimmer than a screwdriver. Okay. So what do I do, or what combination of things do I do? Guess I could investigate the window. Do that thing that gets people killed, you know? Why am I not more concerned about that? Something upstairs, maybe? Back in the bedroom? Let's see. Rubik's Cube, some pencils. No. Books. Light. Again, I love the puzzle solving, even though I could realistically just hop the fence. Oh, rusty nails. Long, slender, rusty nails. Did I kill him, or did someone else kill him? Am I an experiment? I feel like I'm an experiment. I feel like I should be more concerned. Also, how did I not notice whatever caused... Like, I'm not a murderer. This is a lot of blood. And I feel like I should have been woken up by whatever caused all of that. You know? The key has been hooked from under the door. Oh. Oh. Heaped random junk. I should probably pick up the shovel. Match it for the spare room before it became a study. Things that couldn't fit in the house. Oh. Yeah. Ryan's dead.
My God, Ryan, what's happened?
Ryan appears injured in the shed. He appears to have escaped his attacker and locked himself inside, bleeding heavily from savage wounds to his chest and face. He is unconscious, but still breathing. Breathing, but barely. Yep. How did I not notice all of that, unless it was me? It's nighttime now. The rope... Oh, they soaked the rope. That makes sense. Gotta be something in here that I'm missing. Right? Something in here that could be used to cut a rope. He's breathing, but barely. So I've got matches. That's all I've got. Everything's dark now. I did not do that. Okay. Okay. Day 3, 9th of December, 1984, Sunday. Just turn around and get decked by a trucker. I wake up in a different shed. Very bright shed, I might add. Boxes of paperwork. Stack of file boxes have been heavily rifled through. The boxes are labeled property of Hopkins Memorial Hospital and are packed full of patient records. I think I'm just going to return the brightness back to default at this point. Like, it doesn't have the issue the other games had. I can't promise I will fix that in post, though. Either way. Heaped saw and lumber. Looks like it's been here a long time. So I'm in a lumber mill. Let's see. I can't jump anymore. So I can't just hop that. An old mattress. Has someone been sleeping in here? Can of gas. Yeah, that's... Battered jerry can found in the old barn. By the feel of it, it's at least half a can of highly flammable gasoline. I like how you have to, like, Image highly flammable. What the hell is this? There's photos of me here. Numerous photos of me and my home are scattered around the map of the local area. Number of sites and dates have been marked on the map, the most recent being my house and the hospital where I work. Judging by the notes on the scraps of junk food littering the workspace, this man has been watching me for some time. Subject ID. So I am an experiment. Fascinating. Terrifying and creepy, but fascinating. It's tied. Well, I have a feeling I know what I'm going to do. It's the most ill-advised way of getting through that rope, probably. I should probably be carrying a shovel around. Make sure there's nothing else here that I'm missing. And then we'll bolt. Huh. Okay. Poured some gas. That is not an intelligent way to do that. Huh. Something was burnt here. There's a little more than ashes left. That's a body. Charred remains of the toe tag found in the ash fire outside the old barn. Upon closer inspection, appears to belong to the unidentified vagrant who died in our care last month. Government zombie conspiracy. Got it. Or it could still be vampires. I like that premise a little better. But maybe the creator of the game decided that might have railroaded him too much. At least that'd be my thought. Oh. A dictaphone is laying in the blood. There's tape inside. Handheld tape recorder found on the driver's seat of the abandoned van. The cassette's been left aside, labeled Field Report D1284.
Field Report. Agent Bishop D1284. Containment protocols remain in effect. With a successful recovery and disposal of Subject Gamma's remains, surveillance continues to the potential infection risk posed by Subject Delta.
Subject
Field
Delta.
Report Addendum. Undefined disturbance observed within the residence of Subject Delta. Commencing preparations to extract and neutralize. Moving in to investigate. Field Report Addendum. Infection risk confirmed. Subject Delta sedated and contained. Turning to base.
Oh. So if I've been... Vampire makes more sense for me still having consciousness. You know? But I don't know, it's zombie or vampire. But I know I am the villain here. Just walk back home. Medical syringe and bottle have been discarded here. Used syringe and empty bottle have been discarded on the floor. Labeled Xylaxin, a powerful methylbenzene animal tranquilizer. Okay. Still breathing, but barely, so I am the one who did that. I'm pretty sure. So phone line was cut. I have matches and gas. Is Ryan still here and alive? No, Ryan is gone. Okay. There's no evidence notification for that, so, well. Let's do the dumbest thing I could possibly do to get through a rope. Or gas on it. Knock, knock. So I probably could have gone up the road more. Am I just stupid? Like, I'm clearly being followed. Lady, you have the life preservation skills of... I really don't know. You just have none. They are absent. Non-existent. Oh. I probably should have examined the body first.
Emergency services? What service do you require?
It's my husband. Someone attacked us and he was hurt. Now I can't find him.
Okay, remain calm. Can you tell me your name and location, please?
Lydia Herdwick. I'm at a phone box behind Blackchurch Road. There's a body outside. I think it's the man who attacked us.
Thank you, Mrs. Herdwick. You said there's someone outside?
He's dead. There's blood everywhere.
I have police and an ambulance on the way. Can you get somewhere safe until they arrive?
I'm behind my house. It's Pertree Cottage on Blackchurch Road.
Lock yourself inside. Help will be there shortly.
Please hurry.
Let me examine the body. This man who grabbed me. What happened here? Bad things happen. Can I just wander off into the darkness and never come back? Did they account for this? Probably. Okay, I'm glad I turned around because it looks like the further I go, the more my vision gets obscured, so I'm not supposed to be there. Very natural way to handle that, though, so I like it. Why is my heart beating? Do I gotta be fast? Or did I just not notice that before? I'm concerned. Probably should have just turned around on the left and not screwed around. I'm sure I can... Oh. Okay. My heart rate has gone up.
Police, stay where you are. Don't come any closer.
Help! Help me! I don't know what's happening.
What the hell?
Werewolf.
Stay back!
Okay, I called everything but what that was. So they're all three different. So we have vampires, zombies, and werewolves. That makes sense.
When backup arrived at the Herdwick residence, they discovered the brutally savaged remains of Police Constable Kessler. Upon entering the property, they found no sign of Lydia and Ryan Herdwick. The body of the stranger, known only as Bishop, was discovered by the phone box Dr. Herdwick described in her emergency services call. The body was later claimed, and all records and paperwork destroyed by parties unknown. Ryan Herdwick was found wandering the moors 3 days later. Despite his bloody clothes and dazed state, he was otherwise unharmed. When questioned by police, he claimed to have no memory of what had happened to him.
I love everything about this. So it's not just one supernatural thing. Everything is slightly connected in the sense that it's all supernatural. Like the first one was very clearly vampires, because you had Vlad referenced. Then that was later referenced in this with Nosferatu. The second one, I am 90% sure was a zombie, because Bitman goes mad, he's catatonic. And then later, Slavini is mentioned, which seems to be very clearly a reference to Tom Savini from Dawn of the Dead. So all three things happened. So we're just in a town where a bunch of supernatural occurrences happen. Or I guess... supernatural, biological, both kind. I don't... It's nice. 18 out of 20 evidence found. I'm finding most of the evidence. I feel like I would have known I was a werewolf had I found the other two pieces. But either way, all 3 of these games were great, and I love them. And I want more games from this person, and I want more games in this particular style. Here we go. Thank you for your help in keeping the story going. Donate, subscribe, and follow on Itch and Twitter. I am following him on Itch. I will probably follow him on Twitter. And I would suggest checking all of his stuff out. His games are great. If he has more games, I'm going to play them, and I'm going to upload them at another date. By the way, this was a wonderful experience. This Noir thing is my jam. And yeah, these were all pretty standard of fare for the most part, but they were done in such a way that they break from the typical tropes of horror games. Like, the atmosphere was great. Sound design is great. Like, there's simplicity, but that's fine. Simplicity works, especially in this case. Like, the creeping in the wilderness around. I thought I was being stalked, but no, apparently that was Ryan, from what I can gather. Then there was the footsteps from Santa Claus. In the first game, there was the shattering vase and all that. Like, the sound design and atmosphere work are great. There's no cheap jump scares. And the story had me intrigued the entire way, and I really, really wanted to see what happens next. So, yeah, more Copperport games I would love to see. And yeah, consider this an outstanding review. Grammar stuff aside, I'm not going to nitpick on grammar, especially if, like, might not be a first language in some cases. Or, like, typos happen. I make typos in my descriptions. By the way, these were great. Like, 10 out of 10. Recommend. Maybe I would suggest everyone else playing them and trying to find the evidence I didn't. I might try and find all the evidence, do like an extra cut of this sometime, maybe a stream, I don't know. I'm bad at scheduling streams, but either way, this has dragged on long enough. As always, thank each and every one of you for watching. I appreciate it. And expect things to get back to normal and regular again. Sorry for the delay and that this video had to come out on Sunday. Monday's video will be out as scheduled. It might be a little bit later in the day like this one was, but that's fine. But after Monday, everything should be back on track and regular and good to go. So if you're enjoying your stay, you know, like, comment, subscribe, all that good stuff helps me out. YouTube algorithm. I'm not sure the weighting of it, but interaction in general is good. Either way, this is Bearadactyl signing off, and I'll see you all later.